Campaign. What's it like having Mr. Gatland back at the church?
Yeah, excuse me, my voice went then. Start again. Yeah, it's been busy, as you can imagine. Back to is it a new old boss or an old new boss? I don't know. Gats has set the tone pretty early on with King and Force, just being quite direct and obvious what he wants to do and how he wants to go about it. Again, it's been a tough prep week and this week so far, and the boys have really bought into it, and it's been good to have that intensity and focus back leading into Saturday.
Has there been anything different so far about Gatland 2.0?
No, not really. I think we all know Gats well enough now that he's pretty straight with what he wants and how he wants to go about it. Again, I think his big thing was just preparing physically and mentally for a test match. You know, we've got obviously Ireland at home first up, which is a tough challenge, number one in the world, and we know what that task is. So again, like I said, he set the tone pretty early on what he wants to do and how to go about it, and the boys have been very good at buying into that.
Ireland first up, as you say, ranked number one in the world. How do you go about beating them?
I'll let you know Saturday. It's a tough ask, the cliche is the obvious, but they're a team on form. They were playing with confidence. Obviously, selection, we kind of guessed that would be essentially pretty much the back line as well. It shows the confidence they have with the selection and the players they've gone with. I think our main thing is we've got to go match them toe to toe. If you allow Ireland any momentum or front football, it's a long day in the office really, so we have to go match them toe to toe.
And they've still got Johnny Sexton pulling the strings. He seems to run things pretty effectively on the field. Is there any way of getting at him and making sure that he can't do that?
I think it's the quality of the man that he's still playing some of his best rugby now, and having played with Johnny and against him a fair few times. Again, he's one of the ones that we have to mark up and make sure we fly into him early. He is one of the key talisman. Again, not just Johnny, but like I said, the whole team. If you allow the momentum and time to play, that's when they'll start pulling holes into you.
And alongside you, young Joe Hawkins, when he is second international Six Nations debut, what's he going to bring to the party?
Youth. He'll bring energy. It's when he turned around to me and said he's 10 years younger than me, and he also highlighted that I've got more caps than all the centres combined, which wasn't hard, but he's only on 2, isn't he, real? So Joe has been on great form for the Ospreys. He's been building nicely. You've seen him build through the 20s and the age grade stuff. He's a good footballer. He's physical. He's a good ball player as well, and I've enjoyed playing with him with the Ospreys, and I look forward to Saturday now as well.
How much is that Ospreys cohesion going to be a factor? Because Warren Gatland picked, I think, 13 players in his first match as Wales coach from the Ospreys, but they were going well this time. It's, I think, 6 in the pack, plus the 2 of you in the centre. How can you take that regional form up to the international stage?
I think it'll bode in good stead, to be honest. The confidence again. Those connections and those links we have from the club rugby to bring in here, but also put in the players that are around us as well, playing in good form as well. Obviously not a massively changed squad, so the boys know each other pretty well inside and out now. So, like I said, the preparation has been good. It's been physical, it's been fast, it's been direct as well with what we want to achieve, and I'm hoping that will carry us in good stead come Saturday.
And obviously storms flying around off the field in the last couple of weeks. Feel there's extra pressure on you as players to give the Welsh rugby public something to smile about on the field at least?
Yeah, obviously it's been well documented. Obviously some really important issues have been raised, and obviously I know there's enough being said, but obviously we'll have to leave that to Ewan and Nigel and the task force to deal with and address, so we don't have any of this happen ever again within the Welsh Rugby Union. From the players' point of view now, we can only go out and really focus on Saturday. Obviously, as I said, number one in the world coming into our backyard, and we've got to be ready for it. we try and let him deal with all the other stuff, to be honest. He's very good at doing that and allowing us to really focus on the training week and the training day, and break down to each session. You know, the campaign itself is a long one, but it's, when you're into it, as you boys well know as well as we do, it happens very quickly. So he's just given us, you know, I guess the freedom, the focus just to focus on what we need to, you know, whether it be the unit sessions, the team sessions, where we break down into little aspects of the game, attack and defence, and really putting it on us to take the lead on how we get better and forcing us to adapt and overcome anything we can.
I think it's 952 caps in the start.
Say again.
It's 952 caps, I think.
That's Halloween, is it?
Yeah, just Halloween, yeah. How important is that? You know, you've got a hugely experienced, apart from GUINNESS, it's a hugely experienced team going on Saturday. You guys know what it takes to win this team. How important is that?
Yeah, experience is key, especially in these Six Nations especially. You know, like I said, very quickly you're into it thick and fast. There's a bit of resilience in those 952 caps as well. And again, like, I guess we know how to win a game, and we've been both sides of that result as well. So I think that will carry us in good stead. And like I said, we just got to go out there on Saturday from minute one until the end and go match them toe to toe.
Rob?
Do you see anything of the young George North and Joe Morgans? I know you were a different tactic in the game, but to come through the ranks and to international stage so well into Australia.
There's something to be said about who plays around him, I think, as well. Yeah, I think it takes great confidence in what's around him, for sure. But you know, you think they look at Joe now. Obviously, he's had the nod for Saturday. You got Mason in the squad as well. Two young, physical specimens that are good players. And you know, I think it sort of harks back to when I'm going to sound really old now. You know, 211, 212, 230, and that when we first came through, in a sense of you know, like Sam, Lids, Toby, Scott Williams, Lloyd Williams, myself, and we had that experience around us that allowed us just to play rugby and enjoy it and compete. And I think obviously we've somehow some of us are still going, but you know, Joe in himself is flourished from, you know, with the Ospreys, and he's a good professional. Same with a lot of the younger boys now, obviously coming through the academy system. He knows how to look after himself. He knows how to go about his work and get the best out of himself. And I look forward to seeing him on Saturday, especially after his performance against Australia. So.
It's interesting playing outside centre, two classical specialists in the cluster, and the happy to build.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It's going to be fun. Obviously, like I said, the shows you the confidence and the quality of their side. If you can have Bundy on the bench as an impact player, it's a good sign for them. Again, it's going to be a great contest. You know, not just the centre partnerships going toe to toe, but you know, for the scrum halves, the 10 battle. There's enough to be said about that. And again, you know, the forward clash is going to be interesting. So the Six Nations is getting harder and harder, and the competition it's amazing to be part of and playing in.
Finally, they say that Ringrose is their big playmaker and the man that you have to look after and take care of. What do you think of that?
Oh, look, he's a quality player. You know, for both club and country, he's a standout player week in, week out. Defensively, unbelievable defensive reader, and obviously a ball player as well. So again, it'll be a task for me and Joe to keep him in order, and again, the best of the back line.
Okay, and we'll finish up with one from Matt.
Warren's sessions were using towards group training. You all slightly dreading that training.
Depends if he watches this, because I think yes and no. Like, they are brutal. They're just like mini games every day, twice a day, really. And I don't think there's anything. You know, Gat's never apologised. He's working as hard and never has, never will. And you know, the more we can have exposure to that test match level, day in, day out, for the weeks leading into the test, or the days into the test, sorry, you know, that puts us in the best position for a number of reasons going into a Saturday. You know, you see the speed of ball, you see obviously physicality, and it puts the skills on both sides of the ball, attack and defence, and the pressure. And I guess the more exposures we can have that during the week will put us in the best position come Saturday.
Was it slightly surreal being there, something that gets things in that first day, going back in time?
Yeah, well, last time I spoke to him, I didn't have 2 kids either. So, yeah, obviously it was here a fair few moons ago that I first met Gats, and we have him back on again. And like I said, you know, from myself and the rest of the squad, it's been a real step forward, real positivity regarding last week's prep week and this week as well.
Okay, thank you. Well, we're running out of time, but no.
Sorry, as you mentioned, like Nigel and Ryan now is that deal with things off the pitch. As players, is it difficult to sort of shut that out? And one of the senior members of the team, Nigel's in denial of rugby and sexist culture. Is that something you're
Do you know, I haven't seen Nigel's comments this morning. I've been running around like crazy, but you know, for us, there's a lot going on, and obviously, as I said, the points raised and the issues raised are real important to us as players and as a union. And I have no doubt that Nigel and the task force will be the best people to process that and make sure that happens again. But in terms of focus, you know, we've got World number 1 on Saturday in our back garden, and if that doesn't get you focused, I'm not sure what will.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers.